I want to roll perception on this. Just to smell it to see if there's anything weird in it. Like
go ahead.
Hostile, like.
All right. Now, while you roll that, I'm going to take a quick moment to do a reply on something, okay?
Okay.
Yep. Well, that's pretty fortunate, no?
Just so you know, everyone in the VOD is going to be able to hear this. Ha!
Bananas.
Editing.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, editing.
Say something entertaining, guys.
Well, I want to make more flower stuff, but
You
I
asked
want to
for
make
it.
I want to make the little babies, the little dwarf babies, little crowns or bracelets or something. I mean, I'm sure I can do it, and if they're not too big, I mean, I don't assume that they're too big. I wish I could wear my ears.
I'm thinking about reattuning something. I think I want to swap out my my flame weapon. Tenchi, by the way, you're going to benefit greatly from flame weapon. It's going to be amazing.
Was it?
That's why he's
Now.
swapping it out.
Nope.
As all of them are sitting around, the children are inquiring questions and such, but eventually, though, Gainham holds a hand up.
Did you hear me from before, Jack?
No, when I was muted, I did not hear you.
Oh, okay. I want to make little presents for the little dwarf babies. I want to make them little bracelets or a little crown or something.
Are you giving them full attention, or are you doing it while trying to keep them appeased while attempting to pay attention to the conversation?
Oh, I want to pay attention to everybody. I don't want to be rude, but I
Okay.
like the kids.
You're able to do so. At least your magic is able to steal the information from everywhere. With that said, at one point, Gainham holds his hand up, and quickly everybody quiets. There is some respect to this to this human in particular, and he says, as a more proper understanding, this wagon over here belongs to my friend and I, Daniel, and our dwarven companions who we have been hired to watch over own this wagon. We're in a small situation here where, and he makes a motion to the other side of the wagon you can't see. We're in the middle of repairing one of the wheels, and we're trying to do the best we can. So we're going to be here for a while, and we figured the least we can do is share some company. By the way, Lethala, you don't smear any... Everything smells familiar, even though it looks unusual. I didn't forget. Okay? As he looks around, he says, with that said, he flashes a devilish smile, which seems counter-characteristic to how he was. I, my friends, am an illusionist. And I have no shame in telling you that. I am being forthcoming.
Who
Only
is
because
this?
of the
What's this guy's name?
Gainham.
I'm going to back up a little bit more.
I am being
Can't be-
forthcoming with you because we are outnumbered. And he makes a motion to all of you. My care is to take care of all of these friends that I have with me, and that is why I'm being straightforward about it.
I would like to disbelieve that he's in his true form.
Okay, you attempt to disbelieve Gainham. Go ahead and roll. Take a strain.
Is that perception?
Willpower.
Willpower.
Gainham is indeed Gainham.
Mm-hmm.
Gainham is
looks
actually
up.
a furry frog. Shoot it!
He looks up, immediately seeing a little bit of tenseness. He says, each of us use our magic for their own purposes. I already know that some among you are adepts. I do not mean to... I mean this as a show of trust, as you have earned mine. So with that said...
Can I just poke him a little? Like, is that what you really look like? Is that what you really look like?
As you start poking him, he looks down at you, and his casual smile comes up. Yes, it is what I look like.
Okay, good. Oh, wait. Is everybody else still who everybody else is, or did you make them all different? Do I look different? Did you make me look like a cat?
He starts laughing out loud. It is not like that, little one. But this is what I mean to do. I mean to earn your trust enough so that I can simply ask where you obtain that coin. And with that said, I want to know, is there anything you all would like to know from us? Is there any way we can help you?
Yeah, you said there was a city. Where's the city? Is it over there? We just keep going and we can find a city? Because I want to go and see what's inside of the city. I want to meet lots of new friends.
He looks back and forth and he says, so you have never heard of Kratos or Jairus?
I've never been there.
Okay. He nods. First and foremost, look at the path you came from and look at the two paths here. And he motions to the Y fork that you are at. To the northwest is the path that you came from, about 2 dwarfs wide. To the northeast...
Wait, how many
Hey.
Vashis is that?
What?
How many Vashis?
About a
is that?
Vashi and a half.
I'd be talking about how wide I am.
I think it's your
To the
hull.
right, now that he mentions it, you notice that the road that is going to the northeast is significantly larger and well-traveled. And he points out that that road from the northeast goes to the south, and it is significantly well-traveled there. So you have just come in where the forks meet at the south end of the split, and you have taken the one that is considerably more dangerous, according to what he has shared. He then turns around and talks to you about Jairus. Jairus is to the south. It's one of the he explains it pretty much as one of the major trading hubs of Barsave, which is the land that you are in. And you recognize the term Barsave from your reading. Jairus, you also remember being a wonderful and large and fluid city in the history before the Scourge. He talks about how another thing he brings up is, have you ever heard of the ritual of greeting?
The ritual of breeding?
Greeting.
No.
No.
Unless I have any past knowledge checks, which I don't think I do.
He nods. And no, you have not. Quite simply, you have never heard of it. At that point, he simply takes one hand in front of the other, pulls his hands apart, and you find him just seemingly pull a flute out of thin air. And he goes and takes about maybe 10 seconds to make a beautiful small tune. And he looks, giggling a little bit at Zephyr, attempting to recreate it. And then he says, one thing that is known is that those tainted by horrors cannot do beautiful things.
I whip out my flute.
Oh, wow.
He immediately almost tilts his head quickly in your direction until he notices it's a flute.
And
Question.
I put it to my lips and I play a tune. I make a harmony of what he just played.
Roll your artisan skill.
Where's my artisan skill?
It's in your talent. It's in your skills. It's the one with the A in front.
You successfully skin fluted. Good job, Micah.
Oh,
God dang it.
I didn't change it to music though.
Now, with that, he says,
There.
that is, okay, you know now, Jairus is to the south. If you follow this large path, it will eventually get there to you.
I have a question.
Yes, he
Um,
turns and looks to you.
Oh, this is for Jack.
Oh, out of character, go ahead.
Yes. Is astral sight like a stealthy thing, or is it like really obvious that I'm doing it?
No, it's not obvious.
Okay, I want to check him out and check his flute out and stuff. See if
Okay.
he's rolled around.
You check out that flute.
Wait.
No problem. Roll astral sight.
There you go. Okay.
As you phase your eyes into astral sight, you just do a quick 2 or 3 blinks, and you don't believe it's noticeable. The first thing you notice is the corruption around here is a small haze on the ground, pretty light, as you've expected and experienced. There have been times along the travels you've seen it get thicker, but this is what you would consider light corruption from your
Okay.
experience. With that said, you can see the faded view of him, but you cannot see his threads. You did not focus well enough. The flute, however, is very mundane, and its pattern is very similar to that of a wood grain.
Okay.
All right.
So can I do a dance form? Can we
Go
still
ahead.
do the food
If
thing?
you wish, if all of you wish to do your artisan skill in kind.
I want to play
Well,
some
I already
music.
did my
I
weed.
would-
Okay. Oh, I may have missed it.
I want to play some music for Zephyr as she dances too.
Okay.
Okay, both of you roll your artisans.
I was kind of tired. I can't dance so good when I'm tired.
No, you do just perfectly fine. I'll tell you this. The difficulty for that check is between 4 and 5 at your ranks or at your
Yay.
levels. And you guys do a very elegant little situation. And at that point, you even get the little kids joining in and such. It's everybody kind of just smiles a little bit at the moment. And at that point, the dwarf, Jacob, just puts a clap on the shoulder. You were right. These are fun people.
I'm just off in the corner, doing my thing.
All right. And as this little escapade happens quickly, they look up and is there any other questions you have?
What about your friend Daniel? I think his name was. What do you do?
He looks. He stutters a little bit about being called out. I'm a merchant. He goes over and he's sitting near it, so he just pats the side of his wagon and he says, specifically, I trade with I travel with food and wine.
Wait, that was the other human's name, right?
What?
Daniel was the other human's name, right?
Yep, Daniel is the merchant. I specifically travel with food and water and wine, while my companion over there, and he motions over to Jacob, the merchant, prefers leather pelts and clothing.
Okay.
Does Jacob have anything we'd be interested in?
They look at each other and, well, what would you be interested in? The wares that I've just described to you is pretty much what they have available and in stock. They have barrels of wine that are all untapped. They've got water barrels that are open on the top and they pour out of quite frequently. They have dried food with them, a variety of different styles of clothes and leather pelts. Anything of interest?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Can I whisper to other players?
No, you can't talk to us.
Not in the interface to the point you can do so openly.
You can
Oh,
do it
okay.
in Zoom
'cause,
too, right?
I don't want other people to hear it, but
Yeah.
like
Oh,
those
You
other
do it in
people,
Zoom.
not you guys.
Okay. No, like you can whisper among. You are all in a position you can whisper to each other.
Okay, so I'm whispering to Micah. What kind of coins did the mayor give you? I have a feeling that our exchange rate is not going to be the same if they're fascinated by a single copper. We probably shouldn't buy stuff. Did he give you the monies that we can use outside of here? Is it different?
Are the
Or
coins
do we
different
only have
from?
monies from inside?
Are the coins different from normal coins in any way?
Did you ask that? And
No, that's
In-
for you, Jack.
yeah, you don't know. You don't know what these are normal coins to you.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well-
we only have money from where we came from, not the money that we can probably use outside.
Right.
And I don't know. I get a feeling that we probably shouldn't show everybody our shinies. If they're gonna all react like this, I don't think everybody's gonna be nice about that.
While she goes to whisper, I want to not necessarily be distracting him, but I'm going to probably engage him in conversation because he asked if we had
what
questions.
type of questions do you ask in this conversation?
It says, "Well, we're new to the land, and as you can tell, we obviously are very ignorant of some of the customs. We came upon a road, I guess that wasn't a good place to come near, with the poison forest and all. Shoot, I lost my train of thought.
What's a
He
train?
interrupts, and part of your conversation, he interrupts you politely and asks, almost straightforward, would you be willing to share where you're from?
I don't see why not.
Where are you
We-
from?
Well, actually, there is a small settlement inside the poisonous forest that we just randomly came from, I guess, or not randomly, but that we came from. We are on the other side of the forest.
He grins. On the other side of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel looks right over to him, and he shares an exchanged look back.
I want to see if I can judge them when I said that.
And he looks up. Friend, I like you, but either you found something that everyone else would be very interested in, or you're lying. Can I share what we know of on the other side of the forest?
Yeah.
As we know, beyond the forest, all that we know is that all the maps call that land the Wastes. It is still fully corrupted and destroyed by the horrors over there. You have essentially just said that there's a settlement in death itself.
Well, we came from like in the forest, right?
No, we came from under the forest. We
Yeah.
live underground.
Yeah, we were under the forest.
That's out of character, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're all
making sure.
Well, I says I think I've said a little bit. We know of that area. That's the corruption and stuff, and we've actually been sent outside of our village near that, but farther away from that, to look through the corruption. We live in an area that we are, I guess, battling. We are always aware of the corruption, and yet we haven't ever seen something this beautiful out here.
Can you get it in
Roll charisma right
Get it
now
in
to see. Thank you for distracting Joy. Roll charisma to see if your fabrication is believed. They both look at each other and then look back. And Gainem looks back with a slight grin. Well, hell. Maybe you should have 2 bowls. Sounds like you've been through hell.
It's been a very eye-opening experience for us.
Oh yeah, we saw a bear thing.
We
I'm
almost got
glad-
killed by frogs.
I'm glad the only thing on your bodies that's open is your eyes. And Daniel cops up. Yeah, not your guts. Holy shit, sir.
Oh yeah, our guts. That's
That's not good.
Keep
Yeah.
them closed.
I like my guts on the inside. I keep them right here. That's the best place for them, you know.
keep those on the inside usually.
They look around. Well, thanks for sharing that. That would explain why your coin is different than ours.
Yeah.
in
What's
fact-
so special about the coin?
He turns around and Daniel walks back. He says, I'll be back in a moment. And Gainem looks at him confused. He says, I'm just getting coins. And he nods. And he goes into the back of his wagon, rustles up a little bit, and you hear the opening and closing of a chest, and he comes back out, holding 3 different types of coins. A copper, a silver, and a gold coin from their currency. And the 3 of them,
Zephyr, don't you
all
dare.
all of which are hexagonal.
Mhm.
And they have a symbol which you recognize from books is the crossed hammer, and it's a specific design representing the kingdom of Thrall, which is the capital of the dwarves. And he says,
shiny!
this is called, and he holds it out so that each of you can touch it and look at it. Give them
take
back,
it.
please. But these are called Thrallic coins.
I want to take out a
Have you
silver
seen them before?
and compare.
Your coins are much thinner and circular.
Have I seen these coins before?
No.
With my knowledge of dwarf lore.
Ooh. Okay, have I seen these coins before? Go ahead and roll. Good one, by the way. You
Yes,
remember obscurely in a book that in the pre-lands or the pre-times of the Scourge that the dwarves were known to mint the currency of this bar safe.
Okay.
This is probably the continuation of that. You've never seen a picture of it, though.
I have heard of these coins before, but I haven't seen them in person.
Gainham giggles a little bit. Well, you'll see them all over the place because they're what's the common trade around here. Your coins I've never seen before.
How much would our coins be worth?
Well, 10 copper to 1 silver, 10 silver to 1 gold. It's not uncommon for you to get food between 1 and 3 copper. In fact, an average day of food could cost 2 to 3 copper for a peasant. But for someone who has finer, refined tastes, Daniel coughs out like our friend here, and he slaps Gainham in the back. Yeah, well, our food, my food typically can cost about 10 times that of a
Would you be
peasant's.
interested in buying one of my coins?
They look at each other. They look back. Daniel says, I would be interested in trading for all of your coins. I do money trade as well on the side, but I didn't want to impress my services on you because you'd think I'd be swindling you in this situation. I did not want to seem hostile.
Okay, well,
If you wish to exchange, and he points out just something that you've already noticed. You can tell that the quality of Thorlic coins are significantly larger than yours. The food is not the full point that we have lost money taking your copper. And if you wish to go and get a second opinion in a city, I welcome you to. But I'd be willing to exchange. Gainham looks back and says, they've been good to us, Daniel. He says, all right, I'd be willing to exchange for 11 copper on the silver. Your favorite.
Do I need to roll perception to tell if they're full of shit?
That'd be charisma.
That would be charisma?
So roll your perception and assume they're full of shit.
You can't tell one way or the other.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Do it too.
And it's
Actually,
party.
no. Joy, roll half magic.
okay, where's that?
It is your perception plus 1.
Okay.
So just roll the mouse over it.
And then we'll just add 1 after it's done.
Add 1. Like, roll mouse up for plus 1 and then roll it.
Oh, what?
Move your mouse over
Okay,
your
got it.
perception step.
I got it,
Add,
got it.
Yep. And
Wait,
there you
why
go,
is it-
half magic. Double
Okay.
click it.
Bloop. Oh, that was a crappy roll.
That's... What?
All of you do not get the impression he's bullshitting you.
Aren't you interested in our coins in something more than just using them for currency?
Um,
Are coins worth more than just coins to you?
Gainham looks at you slightly confused and grins. You know, young little one, let me tell you, we were interested in the knowledge about your coins. If you wish your copper back, that'd be fine, but we're talking business now. And I want to make sure that my friend does not get taken, if you will. We have never seen these coins before. They may be fake.
If you've never seen them before, then how would you know if they are real at all?
Jesus Christ. Out of
Oh,
character.
God,
You guys
man.
are greedy asshats. You know that?
How could coins be real if our eyes aren't real?
Did you capitalize all the words first?
Yes.
Better capitalize them.
God.